What's up guys, Ryan with PEW Deals here, and today this is going to be a long one. Grab some popcorn, settle in. We are talking about all things Palmetto State Armory and the PA-10 and my experiences, both the good, the bad, the ugly, everything involved with this guy. Let's dive in. First off, thank you for being here and for watching this video. And if you could please like and subscribe and check out PEW Deals, where we are working to save you money. That's what we do. We don't sell anything. We just go out and find you the best deals on stuff. Now, with that said, let's dive into this guy. Now, Palmetto State Armory did send us out this rifle for testing. With that said, there is no expectation of a positive review, and I'm going to be very, very truthful with you throughout this process. So, first off, build quality of this rifle. This rifle, by the way, is the PSA Gen 3 PA-10. It is the 18-inch version, stainless steel barrel, 1 in 10 twist rate, 15-inch M-lock rail, and if I pull this guy back a little bit, you do have a small Picatinny section up front. And that brings me to my first call out, which is it does have integrated QD points front and back. However, because of the thickness of the 308 barrel here and how this comes from the chamber down to the actual barrel here, I am not able to use this particular QD point. So it is there, it is on the bottom, and it's on the right side. And my QD attachment is actually running into the barrel before it snaps into place, so I can't use that. With that said, you have a whole lot of M-lock room here, so you do have room to throw like a BCM QD mount or something like that on there, and that problem goes away. You should probably do that anyway, but just want to call that out. These three, for me, were not usable, and otherwise the rail is totally fine. I don't run a bunch of stuff up front, just the optic as you see here, and the piggyback red dot. The trigger on this guy, and I know I've already cleared this gun, but just for the YouTuber, I'm gonna do this again. And let's let the bolt down nice and easy. Don't wanna drop it. Come on now. All right, so the trigger on this guy, this is the 2-stage trigger, and I found this trigger to be absolutely fantastic. So as you pull into it, there is just a little bit of slack, and then you're immediately at the wall. And then it is a very, very crisp break. And that's it. So I really enjoyed it. Sorry, it's hard to do this while I'm trying to film. I really, really enjoy this trigger. It is super smooth and just a joy to shoot, to be honest with you. As far as actually shooting the gun, I had zero malfunctions at all, ever, none. And before we go on to other aspects of build quality, I do want to give you just one quick trigger pull so you can kind of see where we're at here. And the way this rifle balances, I have to hold it down if the bolt is forward, so that's why I'm holding it. Pulling into it. There we broke 4.5 pounds on the gauge. We'll give it one more for good measure. All right, one more pull. Oops, get hooked. Pretty far up on the trigger bar. Let's drop down a little bit. And that guy breaks, once again, right about 4.5 pounds. So very consistent there. It does have a overmolded grip. It has a adjustable, I should use proper grammar, and adjustable STR stock. So that's cool. And comes with the mag pull, 20 round magazine as well. Up top, I have the Vortex Strike Eagle 4-24 by 50 second focal plane optic. And that is held on with these Vortex Pro rings. So right here, the 30 millimeter 1.54 height, 1.54 inch height rings. And then I have the Monstrum piggyback mount and the Meprolight MPO-PRO-F on top right there. I really like this optic up top, the red dot here. It's a really natural position to fall in here and look straight over it, and it does clear this top turret so I can look straight through it and see. And this is also shake awake and great battery life and all that stuff. So shout out to Meprolight for making a rad optic. Now let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. As far as the rifle goes, hang on, let me lock the bolt back so this guy will, come on. It's quite hard to do. from filming over here on the side. All right, so let's get into the good, the bad, the ugly. The optic is my pain point with this setup, and I'm gonna show you some targets and kind of explain away why I feel that way. So this guy here in the center was my first attempt at getting this zeroed, and this was at 50 yards. And I had shots all over the place, and then it kind of narrowed in, and then I started shooting at the smaller targets, which led me to believe that I was zeroed and good to go. And full disclosure too, I had already sent this optic back to Vortex last year, and they returned it to me and said that there was an issue with the reticle and that it was all good now and good to go. And I did miss a deer at 375 yards last year, and I'm thinking it actually was the optic that led me to make that poor shot and miss that deer. So with that said, rough zero at 50 was bad, and then I thought I was pretty good. Did kind of the one-shot zero trajectory kind of thing, and then pulled this group, which if you average those out, should be okay. I'm not a professional shooter by any means. And then switching from the AAC 150 FMJ to AAC 150 Sabre Blade Black Tip, my group was about here. And then I thought, all right, I'm good. Let's go ahead and push it out to 100. And that's when things went south in a hurry. And enter my 100-yard group with this gun. And let's not knock the gun over in the background. So this is not good at all. So as you can see, we have opened up tremendously. I mean, that's bigger than my hand. This is probably an 8-inch total spread here, if not more. And that's unacceptable. And also, if you look right there, that's my 3-shot group with one of my other rifles, which actually has a 3-9 Vortex optic on it and not a 4-24. So, you know, if I can shoot that group at 100 yards with a 3-9, this should be much, much better. And it's not, unfortunately. So I reached out to Vortex customer service last week after having a similar experience at the range last week with this optic on this gun. And the response I got from Vortex was that they think that it is the mount that I had on the gun and that it wasn't necessarily the optic. They did say that if I would like them to bring it in and check it out, that they would do that, but they think it was the mount. So the mount I was using was this guy right here, which is the Monstrum Pro Series cantilever offset mount. And I've used this on a couple other occasions and had great results with it. I also run the piggyback Monstrum mount up here and have no issues with that. So I do think that for a budget mounting system, it should be fine. However, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, so I went out and sprung for these guys. Sorry, the lighting is really weird in here. These Vortex Pro rings that are sized for this optic and a little bit high, which is what I need to clear. And Vortex did not send me those. I bought them with my own money. So got it all on, got it installed, got it leveled, got it torqued, all the torque spec, and then back out to the range today, and that is my result. So in my opinion, the rifle, absolutely awesome. If you're looking for a 308 DMR on a budget, I would absolutely not sleep on this. It's right now, I can't say it because YouTube will take my video down. I hate that. I really hate that. It's a great deal. Let's say it that way. It is a great deal. It is a quality build. It has a lifetime warranty. It's from a company that you can trust. And I absolutely love this, and I might even try to keep it. With that said, the Strike Eagle, I mean, I have 1 of 1 is my sample size, but I have to say I'm not a fan of it. I love the glass clarity is great, the eye box is fine, the reticle looks great, illumination is fine. The only complaint that I had on the actual optic was that the parallax adjustment was really, really stiff. That was my only complaint on the optic, except for the fact it won't hold 0. So that really kind of takes it down. With that said, I am going to send this guy back to Vortex. I will keep you all up to date on what their customer service says to me. They're usually very, very quick to respond and very friendly and very accommodating. So we'll see how that goes. But unfortunately, you know, I wanted to come back and show you pinhole groups with this to show off the capability of this rifle. However, I can't do that because my optic has failed me. And I feel very, very confident that with the previous results I've had in other calibers and other guns with AAC ammo, with Palmetto State Armory guns, I don't feel that it's either of those. I really feel, especially given the history of this optic and already having failed me once before, I really think it's the optic. So that's what I've got for you for today. I do still think this is a rock solid setup for a sort of budget DMR, if that's what you're after. If you're looking for one rifle, you know, long range, you can deer hunt with it, you can do long range target shooting, all that kind of stuff, and not break the bank in the process, I would absolutely recommend it. I would just recommend probably getting a slightly different optic than what I have up here running right now. So with that said, all the links to this stuff are down below if you want to check it out on Pew Deals. YouTube, we don't sell stuff, so don't take our video down. And you all have a great day. Like and subscribe for more videos just like this.